Good morning. Happy Monday, which is my Sunday. 32 more days. I'm pretty stoked about that. It's like a countdown. At the beginning, it was a count up, right? I had 10 days and then 12 days and then 15 days. Okay, so let's just do this. The 15-day marker, when I got 15 days, was such a big deal to me. I know for some people it's not that big of a deal, but to me, it was. And to some people, it is a big deal. But see, I say that, some people, because that just goes to show what I care a lot about. Not as much anymore, but what I cared so much about, right? What other people think. I couldn't get 15 days. I yelled to myself in the mirror that I couldn't get 2 weeks. I share that quite a bit. I've got a video in my phone. If I go back far enough, I've got this video of me yelling at myself. For a long time, I didn't understand why I was doing that. And now I realize why I was doing that. It was like a form of self-motivation. Maybe if I talk shit to myself, I'll get through it. I tried that. So that was me trying a technique. But it also was like what was going in my head. You know, like really beating on myself. Something I wouldn't say to somebody else. I beat on myself harder than anybody else will. And I beat on myself, I beat on myself. And I would never talk to somebody like that, ever. But I do it to myself. And I don't live like that anymore. At least today I don't. And yesterday I didn't either. In fact, for these, 10 months and 28 days I haven't. But 32 more days. So it's a countdown. And I'm just enjoying each second of it. Especially as it gets closer to that marker. And I know that, and then it'll be a year and a day. I know that. But I'm also enjoying this. And I think I know why now. Because I remember when I had 2 years and a week or something like that, a little over 2 years, very shy of 2 years, or not shy, but just right at the end of it, where I thought, man, that first year was just staying clean and working. I didn't quite do what I've done now. This is exactly what I would have, if I could go back, and I don't ever want to go back and write the prescription to how to do it, this would be it. But seeing that prescription when you've got when I've got a week clean, or a month or two clean, the prescription looks like I'm not taking that. No fucking way. I gotta go to the gym how many days? I gotta go through all that. I'm gonna climb what the fuck mountain? I'm going where? I gotta go through that? Fuck no. See, because I'm also talking about the bad. I'm also talking about, getting out of a relationship where I feel like a fucking zombie. And I'm scrolling through my phone man, I don't like how I feel. This feels almost like I fucking use dope. And I don't like it. Not getting any sleep. Who's gonna die? I gotta experience that. So all of that is the prescription. So yeah, I took it. I don't need that prescription no more. But I'm glad that I took it. And I'm really glad that I'm here. And then today I'm gonna go, I have a friend of mine who's got a year. We're very close in clean time. I'm gonna go support my friend. the way we do it, which is I'm going to go into one of the rooms. And then I get my consult after that for the tattoo I'm getting for my mom. All these things that I'm doing. And, not all of these things are to stay clean. Not everything that I'm doing is recovery only. It helps me with my recovery, but it's to live, to enjoy, to do the things that, I don't want to sit, I want to feel, and, maybe it's all going to change. Who knows what's going to happen 6 months from now? But when I'm sitting on that deathbed, I want to be able to look back and say, man, I did it. I had this challenge that I couldn't overcome for 30 years. And then that year that I did that set off this whole thing. And I can smile. And my loved ones will be surrounded around me. And then that's the legacy I want to set. And that was the foundation of it. And so live like there's no tomorrow for tomorrow. And not act like tomorrow isn't going to happen is really the key here. There's that balance behind it. So if you're struggling and you're not quite sure what to do next, my prescription to you is this. If you are struggling and you don't know how to quite stop and you don't know what to do next and you're in misery, guilt, shame, fear, resentment, all of it, what I had to do first, the first thing I had to do, well, I prayed, but you may not quite be there. You may not have that higher power thing that I've talked about or that they talk about or we talk about. I got honest. And I was going on, it was going to be my 3rd treatment center. And it was going to be a here we go again conversation, which I did not want to have, which I told myself for so long, you cannot do this. And then I changed everything. Living situation, relationship. I had to take time off from work at FMLA, knowing that I probably won't have a job when I come back. That was the fear. They're not going to accept you back. There's no third time. They give people second chances, but so in my mind, I thought I was going to lose everything, but I knew that if I kept going the way I was going, I would lose everything. So what do I have left to lose? And because of that, and because I didn't hop back into that or move back into this, or I moved into a sober living house. I would recommend in Oxford. There's more structure, but I did Oxford, so at least I got to experience that. By doing that, and then doing the things I needed to do that was suggested of me by the people who had to do it themselves when they first got into this. I'm sitting here with 32 more days left until I have 1 year clean. There's some other stuff I've done, but if we wanted to say, hey, in a short version, what would you say a person needs to do to start? The question was asked to me, so what are you going to do when you get out of there? And I answered the question like this. I'm going to focus on being in there. And when I'm out of there, my goal is to move into an Oxford house. But aside from that, the goal is this: get into treatment and move into an Oxford house. Past that, I don't know. That was the only goal. And it's available. If you want it, it's available. The state, if you don't have a job, will pay for it. It's available. But if the intention is I just need a break from what I'm doing out here on the streets,